You finally retired. You did everything right. You worked hard, saved well, planned ahead, and now you feel lost. Hear what nobody tells you before you retire. Freedom without structure doesn't feel like freedom at all. Here's something that surprises almost everyone: the missing piece: discipline. In this video, we're going to turn all that around by applying 5 simple steps. If it sounds like I'm talking to you, stick around. Here's what surprises almost everyone when I tell them this: the missing piece is rarely money, health, or opportunity. It's discipline. Now, before you switch off, I know exactly what you're thinking. I have worked 40 years, Jan. Now you want more discipline from me? Absolutely. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why, and you will have 5 practical strategies you can start using already today. In case you are new here, I'm Jan, the founder of the Golden Age Lifestyle, and I help older adults who want their retirement years to be their best years, full of purpose, energy, and meaning. At the end of the video, I will give you some extra resources, helping you to create your dream retirement. Let me break this down in 2 parts. First, why discipline matters in retirement. Then the 5 strategies themselves. Timestamps for each are in the description below. Grab a coffee, sit back, and let's get into it. When you were working, discipline was built into your life, whether you liked it or not. You had schedule, deadlines, a boss, colleagues who expected you to show up. The moment you retire, all of that external structure disappears overnight. And here's the problem: your brain doesn't automatically replace external structure with internal ones. Nobody's does, not even mine. Without discipline, days blur together, weeks pass. You find yourself watching 3 hours of television you didn't even enjoy, not because you wanted to, but because there was nothing pulling you in a better direction. That restless feeling many retirees describe, that's not laziness, that's the absence of structure, meeting a brain that still craves purpose. The good news, and this is genuinely matters, self-discipline is not a personal trait. You either have or you don't. It's a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned, practiced, and mastered at any age. I started building mine seriously at 62. I'm still refining it at 74, and here's how. Strategy number 1 changed the entire way I think about time. Let me show you. Strategy number 1, think long term. Here's a question most people never seriously ask themselves before retiring. What is the purpose of this next chapter? Not what will you do to fill the time? What is the point of it? Ask yourself, what does your ideal retirement actually look like in 5, 10, maybe 20 years? What do you want to have experienced, achieved, felt, contributed? Once you have sat with those questions honestly, I want you to create a bucket list, not a vague wish list, a real written down committed list. Could be travel, languages, a craft, a cause, a relationship you want to deepen, a place you have always wanted to live. Write it down, because what gets written gets real. Here's why this matters for discipline specifically. When you know why you are doing something, pushing through the difficult days becomes dramatically easier. A 6 a.m. walk in the cold is miserable on its own, but a 6 a.m. walk that's building stamina you need to hike in Patagonia next autumn. That's meaning. And meaning creates motivation. Always keep the bigger picture visible. Put it in somewhere you will actually see it. Now, a vision without a plan is just a dream. That's where strategy 2 comes in, and this is where most retirees go wrong to the long-term benefits. Strategy number 2, set achievable goals. Your bucket list is your horizon. Goals are how you actually move toward them. And here what I have learned. After more than a decade of helping retirees, the number 1 goal setting mistake is thinking too far ahead. 5 years goals aren't impressive. They also give your brain a very comfortable excuse to start next month. I keep my goals deliberately short. Most are monthly, some run 10 to 12 weeks, nothing beyond a year. Anything beyond a year goes back on the bucket list, where I review it once a year at the start of January and decide whether to bring it to my calendar. Write your goals down, give them a deadline, track your progress, weekly even, not to judge yourself, but to stay honest with yourself, and make them challenging enough to matter, but realistic enough that missing them by a small margin doesn't derail you entirely. A goal like read 1 book per month or learn 10 phrases in Italian every week is specific, trackable, and achievable. That's exactly what you are after. But here's what I know from experience. You can have the best goals in the world and still spend the afternoon watching things on television you don't even care about, which is why strategy 3 is non-negotiable. Strategy number 3, remove temptations. Let me be honest with you. We are all wired, every single of us, to choose the easier option. It's not a weakness, it's human biology. Given the choice between starting a new project and watching something comfortable on television, your brain will vote for the television every time because it requires zero effort and delivers instant reward. When you were working, that temptation was naturally limited. You had obligations, you had places to be. Now your home is your castle and also your biggest distraction. So the question isn't whether temptation exists, it's whether you have made it inconvenient enough to resist. Start by identifying honestly what pulls you away from the things you actually want to do. Television, set specific hours for it and stick to them. Social media, delete the apps from your phone and only access them on a computer. You will find your usage drops dramatically. A cluttered space? Clear it. A cluttered environment creates cluttered mind. And critically get out of the house. I cannot overstate how important this is. Your home is comfortable. Comfort is the enemy of momentum. Go to the gym. Walk to a coffee shop to read. Take your lunch to the park. Do a daily 5-kilometer walk. These aren't just good for your body. They remove you physically from the environment where distraction lives. I've also noticed something remarkable. On my longer walks and runs, somewhere around the 20-minute mark, my brain shifts entirely. The mental noise quits, and that's when real clarity and creativity emerge. Some of my best ideas have arrived on a morning run, not at the desk. Remove the friction between you and good habits, and friction between you and bad ones. Simple, but genuinely powerful. Now, once you have cleared the distractions, you need something productive to direct your energy. That's strategy 4, and it's the one I personally rely on most. Strategy number 4, build a daily routine. This is the strategy I credit most for making my retirement genuinely fulfilling, and it comes down to one word: calendar. Not a to-do list, not a vague intention. A real schedule, color-coded calendar. I use Google Calendar, and I've been refining my system for years. Here's how it works. Every activity gets a color. Red for exercise, blue for learning, reading, courses, anything new. Yellow for routine appointments like dentist and doctor. Green for business work. Every Sunday evening I sit down and schedule a week ahead. I try to anchor recurring activities, especially the routine ones, to the same time on the same day. Consistency reduces the mental effort of deciding what to do next. And here's my favorite little trick. I use darker shades for must-do tasks and lighter shades for flexible activities. So if, for example, if a friend calls on a Tuesday afternoon and suggests lunch, I open my calendar and I can tell at a glance, is this a dark color day or it's a light color day? If it's dark, I propose another day. No guilt, no complicated explanation. The calendar decides. I also deliberately leave unscheduled gaps throughout the week. Time for my lovely wife, my children, my grandkids, friends, spontaneous moments. These aren't wasted slots. They are what the discipline is ultimately in the service of. Start small if you're new to this. Commit to waking at a consistent time each morning. Plan the next day every evening before bed. Build from there. But here's the honest truth about routines. There will be mornings when you simply don't feel like following your rules. And that is exactly what Strategy 5 is about. And it may be the most important one of all. Strategy number 5, don't wait for the right mood. This one is deceptively simple, and most people completely underestimate it. Here's the trap. When you have unlimited free time, it becomes very easy to tell yourself, I do it when I feel like it. But feelings are unreliable. They shift. And if you wait for motivation to arrive before you take action, you will wait for a long time. I go for a run most mornings. And I want to be honest with you, I don't feel like it every single time. Some mornings I really don't feel like it, but I've learned something important over the years. The mood I'm waiting for almost always comes after I start, not before. I take a breath, I put on my shoes, I go, and with 10 minutes, I'm glad I did it. Every time when you are working, you didn't wait to feel enthusiastic before going in. You simply went. Retirement deserves that same basic commitment. And here's a simple technique I use and recommend to you. Look at your calendar, find what's scheduled. At the allocated time, take one deep breath and begin. That's it. Gym at 9 a.m. Deep breath. Get your kit and go. Reading at 3 p.m. Deep breath. Open the book. Shopping at 5 p.m. on Thursday. Deep breath. Grab the bags. One breath. That's the gap between intention and action. Don't put things off because you don't have plenty of time. I promise you. You don't have as much as you think. You have exactly the same 24 hours you had when you were working. You're simply the one in charge of them now. That's not a burden. That's a privilege. Use it deliberately. And remember this, discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to be. Now you probably wonder why I started with this self-discipline method, and you will get my story right now. Let me tell you how I came to all of this. In 2014, at 62, I was transitioning into retirement. And like so many, probably you as well, I found myself restless and uncertain about what came next. After a lot of reflections, I realized I didn't want to simply coast. I had decades of knowledge, skills, and experience, and I wanted to use them actively, purposefully. So I started the Golden Age Lifestyle platform built to help retirees find genuine purpose in this new chapter of life. One of my main channels is my blog, Life Race, where I now have published more than 700 articles. This video, in fact, is part of my latest post. I left a link in the description if you would like to read the full piece. Building an online business in retirement required every single one of the 5 strategies I've just shared with you. The vision, the goals, the removed distractions, the calendar, the discipline to show up even on days I didn't feel like it. I always remind myself that growth lives on the other side of comfort, and discomfort is the price. But it also requires the right tools. Early on, I discovered a platform that dramatically reduced the time and the effort involved in building my online presence. I have left a link in the description so you can explore it completely for free and decide for yourself whether it fits you, what you are building. So, 5 strategies. Let me recap them quickly. Number 1, think long term. Know your vision. Build your bucket list. 2, set short, specific, achievable goals with real deadlines. Number 3, remove temptations. Get out of the house. 4, build a color-coded weekly routine and protect it. 5, don't wait for the right mood. Take a breath and begin. These aren't theories. They are what I actually do at 74 every single week. Habits take around 30 days of consistent repetition to become genuinely embedded. After 30 days, ask yourself, what energized me the most? Don't expect perfection from yourself. Expect progress. Adjust when needed. Keep going. Discipline in retirement isn't about being rigid or busy. It's about building a life that feels like yours, on purpose, every day. If this video helped you, please leave a comment below. Tell me which strategy resonates most, or share one of your own. Your experience genuinely helps other people in this community. And if you're curious about how I built my online business from scratch at 62, the next video is right here on the screen. And I'll see you there. And remember, make every single second